Fun Car Rally is an unreleased racing game prototype that was in development during 1993 for the Sega Mega Drive, which is a top-down arcade-style racer that is very reflective of classic and iconic games with the likes of Micro Machines and other games of a similar type, with very small, quirky, cartoonish cars and environments where you have to avoid obstacles and trying to defeat other racers in order to win all of the races and tournaments. It's fast-paced, frantic, it's bright, vibrant and very colourful, with a few modes available to keep players engaged, but it bears a very uncanny resemblance to another game that did release on the Sega Mega Drive called Combat Cars. It's like as if the game was developed using the same engine, and in many ways looks more like an asset flip game, because when you look at the textures and you look at car models in question, the only real difference between Fun Car Rally and Combat Cars is the difference between using weapons. In Fun Car Rally you don't really have weapons as such, well, not from what I played it anyway, but you do have access to turbo boosts. They give you a burst of speed to get ahead of opponents or to try and catch up with them if you're falling behind. Whereas in Combat Cars you have access to oil slicks, mines, machine guns and even rockets in order to destroy opponents and take them out of the equation. And it plays in a very similar format with fast paced gameplay. If you compare the two of them side by side, it's very hard to tell the difference. The only real noticeable difference between these two games is some of the tracks. As in Fun Car Rally, yes, the environments do seem to be a little bit more bright and colourful, and seem to base the tracks off of more fun environments like beaches and forests, with more tropical kind of style elements to them. But if you've ever played any of these games, or even like Micro Machines or games like it, each course is simple but challenging, with lots of sharp turns, jumps and obstacles. So you have to be reactive to be able to move around all of these elements very, very quickly. If anything, it will take you quite a few tries in order to understand the landscape of each track, so that you'll know where each of the turns and obstacles are, at least to give you a better chance of possibly winning a race, which will be no easy task in itself, because the AI opponents, like in a lot of these games, can be quite challenging and aggressive, but if you know what you're doing, you always have a chance. But it does have some good elements. There are some good sound effects, and even just the visuals on display. If you haven't played any of those other games that I mentioned, even in short bursts, this prototype is a fun time. But whether it would have been successful, it's hard to know. But at least now with emulation, you can give it a go and see what you think for yourself. Now, it's still in somewhat of an unfinished state, but it's still playable and enjoyable in short bursts. It is what you make of it at the end of the day. But if you do enjoy top-down racers, especially on the Mega Drive, then this is another one to try at least. And if you would like to see more racers like this that did release on the Mega Drive, you can check out this next video.